Good day, everyone. Today is 2/39/14 November. We have a disclosure. Those are your normal scalper 1 minute, 150 ticks, A scalper, B scalper 1 minute, and 150 ticks. We've been covering those for many years, but today we want to cover something else. I would like to show you what happened today on the other system we have, which is the swing trading system. This one here is a very good idea. Let me get this one out of the way. It's 2:40 p.m. Eastern time right now, so everybody got the picture. And we are connected to NinjaTrader Broker. This is another alternative for a guy doesn't want to optimize, doesn't want to deal with stop loss, trailing stop, targets, all that. It's a very simple auto trade. You just turn it on at 9:30. You don't need to bang your head through the wall to find out where is the best time to auto trade, because it's a swing trading, and it is very simple. You just turn it on, turn it off, and there is one option you can do is the filter, where we will show you where is the filter, the news filter, and that's all what needs to be done to it. And then you turn it on at the opening hours. If you are trading the DAX in the morning, you turn on the DAX when the market's open in the Frankfurt. And then if you are dealing with the US market at 9:30 Eastern time, not before 9:30 Eastern time, you turn on the auto trade. The whole idea is to get you less trade in the market, less expose your account to the market constantly, and then whatever you can get out of it from 9:30 to 10:30, you should be a very happy camper. Sometimes you will have, like as an example, yesterday the market on the DAX was trending extremely good, and if you look at the previous from yesterday, the video, you can see some of the trades that went up to 5,000 euro. Today the market was not trending like yesterday, but you still walk away with some bread. And as an example, this is an example. We'll start with the DAX. This is a standard 150 ticks, and there is so many different time frame you can. Most of the traders, they use range from 3 to 4 to 5 on an auto trade, ticks from 150, and they usually, most of the traders, they have their own magic number on the ticks, but mainly it's only the fib. They use the fib ticks number. Majority use the 150, but also you can use the 244 or the 288, or you can use the 1 minute, 3 minutes, and the 5 minutes. But if you don't want to get confused between all those time frames, you can go straight forward with 150. As an example, this is your DAX. We start around, I usually start around 3:30, 4 o'clock Eastern time morning for the DAX. And when we are trading the DAX in the morning in that kind of trade, which is in your package, is the third one down, is called the A scalper trend. And then took the first trade, and if we notice the efficiency on that one here, and this is the DAX, folks. This is the DAX. You can see the entry where it is, and you can see your exit, and you can read the numbers. And this is a very, very, very small stop loss. It's a very affordable stop loss. And the reason we try to give as little as it could be to the stop loss, because sometimes when you start, and this is a big example today, that we started south, we didn't start positive. It's always nice to start positive on an auto trade, but that sometimes is not going to happen. And then we have enough bread to survive the whole day, and not given all our or try not to hurt our account. So this is a very affordable for 150 ticks, a very small stop loss. And then the second one went south. That's fine, fair enough. But you can see the stop loss are very peanuts compared to the DAX trading. And then we took, once the market pulled back, we took that trade, and it was done over, and it was 525. And then I will show you the timing on those, what time we finished on all those auto trades at the end. Let me take another one. This is a very basic, but also for the traders, because you have some traders, they love to trade with a range, and there is some privilege with the range, because there is also, you can gain a tick. But for a guy don't understand the difference, it's not gonna make a difference on that one tick. We're not fighting one tick because it's a swing trading. We're not fighting on the slippage. If you have 1 or 2 ticks slippage, even if you are running your auto trade from your home computer, not from a server in Chicago or somewhere, is irrelevant really, the one tick, because the idea is unlike some other method that you are going in and out. When you are trading in and out of the market constantly, if you have a slippage on one entry, 2 ticks, and on the exit 2 ticks, that's 4 ticks. If your auto trade took 10 trades, that you start calculating how much slippage you have at the end of the day plus your broker fee. So this is a very simple, at 9:30 you turn on your auto trade, whatever you get, and this is it. Nothing we can do about it. Sometimes it will be very good day, sometimes it will be bad day, and sometimes when the market is moving, it's gonna give you really pleasure on that day. But then took the trade at short at 25, and then exit at 3.5, and this is one trade, folks, one trade. So no matter, irrelevant for how much slippage you had, 1 or 2 ticks, your broker another $5, whatever, but you still can walk away with a clear a little over 1,000 on this one here. On this one here, let me try to find another one. This is another example on the 3 range, which if you're not, this is another one on the 3 range, one trade, 750, easy and out. And if you look at the timing, we started around 3:30. We were out of that trade, done, over with for today, before even 3:48. This is less than 15 minutes in the market. This is less than 15 minutes in the market, and you're done, and it is over. If I didn't have this target, probably I would have got money, or I probably would have wound up in this chop here, and then you start losing all your money. So I'm trying to relay that message to every guy auto trade. Being longer in the market is not necessarily profitable, especially for don't have a lot of years of experience behind his back. That is gonna cause you a problem, irrelevant to the auto trade you are using, whether you are using mine or somebody else. We're not trying to attack anyone. The other idea is about that, if there's any other DAX here, that it is very affordable, even on a lower account. You still can stay using 2 contracts on an ES or 3 contracts on the ES. Then you can run 3 horses, and then even if it's one didn't make it, you're still irrelevant to your profit, because in a way this is more advantage for you to hash the market, not to sit down with an auto trade and take 3 and 4 trades. Because God forbid, if this market, as an example, the CL lately, a lot of turbulence in the CL, extreme turbulence in the CL. So let's say if you are auto trading a CL and you have 3 contracts or 4 contracts, that can bring severe damage, and probably if you don't have enough money in the account, that can clear out your account. It is very nice to daydream about 4 contracts and how much it makes, but also we have to look at the reality when you're going live, if your stomach can handle turbulence in the market. Because tomorrow I have no clue if the Nasdaq is gonna make it tomorrow. It's gonna trend. I have no clue if the ES is going to trend tomorrow. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So don't waste your time sitting on the weekend trying to replay and replay, because they've never been effective. All this wasting time, it is just wasting time, and you stay in the circle, you're not getting anywhere. So this is a very simple on and off, whatever you get for this hour, hour and a half. And then once you are done, if you would like to, which I strongly advise any trader, whether our members or somebody else member, try to mess with your indicators, try to understand how the market works, turn on a sim account and try to take a trade. It is very healthy to do that, because the more you practice, the more you will have more understanding to any kind of auto trade you are using. So as an example, let's say you are on a limited account. This is a 3 range. On the US market, what we do, we start around 330. 330 exactly, no less, no more. 330, we turn it on. If this market is trending, we're going to catch that trend on the high hours. If this market is not making money within 1 hour, so there is no use to sit down with it, just dump it and get it over with. Today is not good to trade the CL or the NASDAQ or the ES or the YM. I have no clue what is going to happen tomorrow. No trader, even a manual or an auto trader, knows how much he will be making tomorrow. And that is guaranteed, folks. This is, again, this is the same thing here. We bump into very, very small stop loss, and this is on one contract, is nothing on one contract. This is nothing by taking a couple ticks, 3 ticks on a stop loss, and then we had a very nice short trade, and then we got out, and that can beat anybody manual trading, even if he has 10 years of experience. That strategy here, if this market is trending, you will be catching that trend. And then if you notice here, we had a very big drop, and then we had a beautiful, beautiful trend, and we were done. All those contracts here are based on 2 contracts, but to start with, I strongly advise you to start, as an example, 1 contract on a NASDAQ, or 1 contract on the YM, whatever you are following, or an ES in that matter, and then gradually start adding a chart, and then you will have 1 NASDAQ, 1 YM, instead of having 2 contracts on the NASDAQ. In case if the YM is not running today very well, at least you're gonna get your portion from your NASDAQ. Even if the YM went south today and you are traded the NASDAQ and made money and the YM didn't make money, at least you will walk away break even. But by putting, especially for those guys with a very small limited account, you have to be very careful with the future trading, and you have to go step by step before you can grow with it. And let's take another, oh, this one here, the 5 range. I don't think so. On the 5 range, 1 contract, we started at 3:30 morning, and 1 contract, and it was done 600. Beautiful. Let me look. Want to cover the ES. This is your ES, 150 ticks. This is what happened on the 100. If you don't know what is range, if you don't know what is a minute, if you don't know which one to do, then your best offer, stay on 150 ticks. It is a standard 150 ticks, and it always, especially if you are taking 150 ticks on a NASDAQ, 150 ticks on an ES, 1 contract, and 1 contract on a YM, on a $5,000 account, 1 hour trading, you still can cover it, and it is very acceptable. On the ES, we had 1 losing trade, and no, actually we have more on the ES today. Okay, this is very, very okay. Look, we had a lot of trades today on the ES. Okay, I didn't pay attention to the ES today, but look, 1, 2, 3, and then the ES went south. Beautiful trend, break even, a lot of small trades, and then when the market started, here is the problem. We don't know when this market is going to spike. I have no clue when this market, nobody has a clue when the market is going to spike, and or when the market is going to go sideways, or when it's going to be a really turbulence in that market and what hours. And but once this market start taking off, we're not missing it. But in the same time, when we have a turbulence or some really, you cannot read it, the market, and at least we are able to survive until we catch something in here. And this is really today, you can see the volatility in this market, and finally it made it. So let it be $100, $150 on the commission. You're still better off than to do manual trading. And all those auto trades, what you see, it will be minus one or plus one take when in the live trading, because all of them, they are on a market orders, they're not on a limited orders. And this is where it is, it will be plus or one take indifferent. Let's look at the Nasdaq for range. We had also, you can see we had some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. 6 trades. Your lucky day is when the market is trending and you are in and out on the first trade. And those what I like the most, when you can go in and out on the first day. Let's look at the CL. We had a lot of volatility on the CL. Let's look at 1CL. This is the first one is 288. Excuse me. We started south. 1 trade, 2 trade, 3 trade, 4, 5, 5 trades, and then we are done with the 560. Let's have $60 tips for the brokers, and then you still can walk away. And then look, we're done around 1031. We're done around 1031 on that 150 ticks, and this is not bad at all. The CL lately, even for guys I've been trading for many years, they're really there is a bit struggle on the CL. This is 244 ticks. On the 244 ticks, also on the CL today, it is very small trade. Then we had 1 winning trade, 2, and then look, this is where the worst nightmare for any trade. So actually in that one here, whatever you made, you give it all back. And then when the market, and which we covered that today in the webinar in the room today, and once the market took a trend, we were with it. And that's what so on that here, on that area here, we were down in the red, and when the market start trending, we walked away. This is a very nice trend from 56.13 to 55.57. So this is a very good chunk of money on that trade. On the 400 volume, we took 1 trade, and then we took 56.21, and we get out at 55.51. It was a lot of bread on the. This one here started at 9:30, but if we notice, because it's a little bit a big chart, so the first trade was half an hour after we activated the auto trade. So the first trade was at 9:58. Doesn't matter because it's a bigger chart. Let's try to find something else in here. Nasdaq CL 150. I like to cover the CL because lately a lot of traders are struggling with the CL. This is the 150 ticks, one small trade. This is this is the one we covered in the webinar today. I think it's this one here. We had a small trade, a short one, and it is really nothing. It was 4 ticks a stop loss on this one, and the auto trade can do that for you automatically if that change in the trend does not here where. But then we have 1 trade and 2 trade. We were not away from the target, which all of them are based on a $500 target. But then we were like $20-30 away from the $500, and this is where, if you like to, you can close your position on the top and call it off and waive those $20-30. And this is what biggest example telling you that it's not healthy to be in the market 8 hours, because we don't know what will happen in the afternoon. We don't know what will happen in 1 hour. It could make $1,000 or it could lose $1,000. So if we notice here, we were just like $20-30 away from the 500. Then we took 1 slam, 2 and 3 and a 4. Very small trades. But this is a 4 losing trade on the road. And then 1 winning trade. And then we hit that when the market was trending, we hit the trend, and it was over 580. So the guy who made 580 and the guy when he was short on the $20 here or $30 and say is enough for me today. I mean, this is a part of the trade and has nothing to do with your auto trade. You have to find a ground between your greed and discipline, and has nothing to do with auto trading, because this is on the future. There is a risk in the trading, and things can go very fast without even. In the future, sometimes things can go very fast that by the time you recognize what's going on, could be very, very late. Let me try to find, okay, the 244. Also the same problem. It was a little bit, look, it's the same area, and then we had, finally we nailed, when the market is trending, we nailed it. So the whole idea is, we don't know. Oh, let's look at the minute, because if your auto trade can work in 1 minute, then can work on any time frame. If your auto trade does not work on 1 minute, it's useless. Put it in the garbage. You can tweak it as much as you want. You're not gonna go live with it, that's for sure. And this one here on the this is a very nice 56.19. Get out at 68. 1 trade, 1 commission, 1 slippage on the way in and out, and this is very acceptable. You still can walk away a trader happy. So the whole idea with this swing trading is, for a guy does not want it to optimize, does not want to mess with the stop loss, trailing stop, all this, turn it on at 9:30. By 10:30, 11 o'clock, you should be done. Whatever you get out of those trades, you are done for today. And if your auto trade going in a circle, that indicate no use to sit down and milk this market anymore. And this is a very good example today on the CL. When the CL going in a circle, that's mean no use to keep banging your head with the CL trying to squeeze money. The reality is, sometimes the market is not willing to give anything. Whether you are a manual trader, and every trader knows that sometimes the market is, it can drive you crazy the way it's moving, because it goes 1 bar, 2 bars up, and then go back. Depends on the market's movement. It's not on your auto trade, whatever auto trade you are using. So for today, the whole idea is to be less exposed to the market, spread out your money. Instead of having 1 horse in the race, you will have him on 3 horses. even if you have a limited amount of money, and 2 hours, 3 hours, and call it off. Whether you are in the United States, you wanted to go to work, you still can find something in the morning to grab from Europe, or if you are at work, or if you are in some different countries, you can choose if you wanted to trade from the European hours or the US hours, and then call it off. 1 hour, no headache, turn on, turn off, and it's finished. All of them, there is nothing you can do about those auto trades. You just go ahead. There is no stop loss, no trailing stop. You have a couple of 3 filters. Whether you want to use them or not, that's up to you. You don't want to bang your head with it because it's already filtered enough. You don't need to use the filter. But if we have some traders, they have some weird time frame, and they have some weird strategy. They can do and tweak it the way they want to. But if you want to be stress-free and simplify what you are doing, this is the only thing you need to do. The news filter. And the 500 is irrelevant here, because this one here is a target 500. But if this market go into my direction, it's not going to stop at 500. So now in this kind of auto trade, and like the scalper, your target, you're telling it not to the 500, actually, you're telling it minimum 500. So if we are struggling in the market and we walk away with 500 on any given market, let's take anything with 500 on it. Okay, let's take the CL. This is around 580. So the market was struggling, in and out, struggling. Fair enough. We put the minimum price is 500 to get it over, and then we got it. But it's struggled. The auto trade has struggled today on the CL because of the movement on the CL. And this is a really crazy, especially those area here. This is a really crazy for any kind of auto trade, but doesn't matter. But in the morning, the whole idea is, if you start your trade on any kind of time frame, we're not talking about 1 minute, and if you're setting your target to 500 and the market to start trending, hey, you know, nothing nice is enjoyable. So we know once we are done with that trade, we are done. And this is what, in a way, if this market is trending, you will be hitting a lottery today. And like sitting and trying to stress out, not aware what will happen today. So the final result, that's what it is. Minimum time behind your computer, an hour or two. If this market given money is given money, and if it's not, there is nothing we can do about it. It's not your broker, neither the auto trade you are using. It is, this market is just going in a circle, then you're done. And this is in a way that can solve you a problem, not to get in trouble with your account, because this is a really disaster if you keep trying and trying with a market is not willing to give, and then you start panicking and you want to do revenge trading, and then you are all history with that. So today we started at the DAX at 330. We were done at 346 on the 4 range, and it made very decent money. On the 5 range, we started at 330. We were out of the market at 348. Done for today. 15 minutes. On the 3 range, we started at 330. We were out at 350. Done and over. The 150 ticks, we were done at 4:44 a.m. This is 1 hour and 15 minutes. On the U.S. market, we started at 9:30. We were done on the CL at 10:58 on the 5 range. The 5 range, 10:58. CL 150 ticks, which there's a lot of volatility today. Still, we got out at 11 o'clock, done and over from 9:30 to 11. This is an hour and a half behind your computer. NASDAQ, we started at 9:30 and we are done at 11 o'clock. This is the way you need to look at it, folks. If you want to be serious about this, you need to hit and run and call it off for today. Hit and run. Whatever you grab, you grab. This is a very simple strategy. You cannot screw up anywhere with that, and I will not be surprised. And this is the NASDAQ 4 range. Started at 9:30. We are done at 11 o'clock. Fair enough. This one here, NASDAQ 150 take. We're done at 11:04. It's the same one. The CL 288 takes. We are done at 11:04. NASDAQ 288, we are done at 11:05. CL on the 4,000 volume, we are done at 11. And the CL on the 1 minute, we are done and over at 113. What tells you is from 9:30, all of them, most of them, did their homework by 11 o'clock. It's 1.5 hour work. 1.5 hour work. One contract on the ES, one contract on the YM, one contract on the NASDAQ. So if the ES today is not going anywhere, we still can earn the bread on the YM and the NASDAQ. And sometimes they're all three gonna go, sometimes 2 out of 3. But this is a healthy approach to the future trading. And before you start using 3 charts, try to take a NASDAQ and a YM, or a NASDAQ alone, or a YM alone, and try to trade that the first week. Because doing the live trading, you will learn a lot and you will understand how things work. And then the next week, once you start getting comfortable, then we can add NASDAQ and Dow Jones, even if you are on a $5,000 account. And then once you start getting comfortable, you start adding. We don't extend the hours in the trading. We stay on the same hours, on the same principle that you have to be in and out of that market from 9 to 11. Sorry, from 9:30 to 11:30. If the market go into my direction, I will stay till midnight. That's fine. But as long as this market go into my direction, I will stay till midnight. I don't care. But once the market has hit your target for today, call it off. Learn how to be disciplined in the future. And believe me or not, this is a very simple strategy for you, for your head, and for your money, that you don't need to expose yourself constantly to the market and being on a loop all day long and going in a circle. You have no idea, and that is tremendous stress on a new trader. And then at the end of the day, you have nothing to show. So this is a very good start. Not to deal with the mechanical auto trading. This is a huge 75% of your load. Not to deal with the mechanical, because there is a lot of things you have to cover in the mechanical auto trading, from a trailing stop to targets to daily profit to there is tons of it. And this way here, 9:30, take it like a business. Open your computer, turn on your auto trade at 9:30. Whatever you get for that day, you will get. It could be $100, could be $1,000. As an example, you can see today that DAX was not trending. We did not walk with 5,000 euro, but we can walk away with 1,000 or 500. Still better than to do it on your own and lose money constantly. Folks, I hope this one is helpful. I will try also on Thursday for the guys in the webinar. I will try to cover as much as I can. I want to make sure from now till New Year Eve everybody, every member is on the right track. For the ones they know how to trade, I'm not worried about them. But the guys are going in a circle, they don't know what to do. This is your best option to go straight forward with the swing trading, and whatever you get for today, that's your luck, and we cannot do anything about it. Folks, that's all what we have. God bless you all, and see you another day.